Okay, I recently watched an interview by John Cavana, and if you don't know who he was or who he is the coach that coached Conor McGregor, arguably one of the best fighters in the world. Maybe not recently if you've watched UFC, but he's very good. He was a very good fighter, okay? And the type of man he was as well can be very respected until he turned to many different things, okay? But I'm looking purely at like the amazing side of him, okay? And his coach, John Cavana, said that Conor had an incredible work ethic and had worked on a bunch of movement, which is why like he was able to move very flowy, okay? But the truth is, he also saw like, obviously he trained other fighters as well, but he saw a lot of them, even in the same amount of time, let's say 2 years, okay? Two fighters given the same amount of time, one of the fighters will actually be a lot better than the other fighter. They might both be working 9 to 5s. They might be around the same age as well. They might both have families, but one of them is just better than the other guy. And the biggest reason why to that isn't like a secret. It's not like steroids. It's nothing crazy. They're not training anymore. But they're training with intentionality, okay? They're training every time they come to the sessions. It's not like, they do a combo, then they're kind of drifting off into space thinking, what should I have for dinner? Okay? This is like quote for quote. Like, this is what John Cavana said, right? Like, this is something to really pay attention to. Especially if you want to get better at Muay Thai, combat sports, whatever. Okay? Whatever it is that you do, and you want to improve at that, you have to be intentional with your time. You have to literally be focused for, let's say, that hour. Okay? If you only have an hour to train, make that the best hour of that day. Okay? Be so intentional. Think like, oh, okay, I'm just going to be focusing on this entire thing. If you feel like your mind wanders, then come back to that moment. Don't think, I don't know what I should have for dinner. Like, don't start chatting, okay? If you're there to train, like, let's say you're just there to train specifically to have fun. Okay, fine, do that. But if you specifically want to get better, you have to put aside your mind's, like, own inhibitions. You can't, like, I always thought, I should maybe eat dinner after as well. Like, what should I have to do? Like, all of those thoughts take away from the thoughts that could be used to get better. Like, you wouldn't start thinking, oh, okay, I actually feel like my chin isn't connected to my shoulder when I jab. So then let's make sure everything is completely tight. Like, there's nothing else to it, okay? It's more about almost obsession. If you can obsess over your sessions, like think, like even before the sessions begin, you're like warming up, shadow boxing, making sure you're doing everything right. Maybe you try some stuff out that you've watched in like videos, for example. Like you're scroll through Instagram thinking like, okay, this is like a combo I want to use in sparring. I want to try it out, okay? Like, you want to do all of that, okay? Be intentional with the time, however you do it, because it's so easy to slip into, I guess, like nothingness, right? It's so easy. Like, you arrive early for your session, your training session, and you're just scrolling through Instagram, not actually doing anything with your time. And honestly, thinking about it this way, maybe 200 years ago, if you wanted to train, you wanted to be like a warrior, right? Imagine you were literally enlisted, okay, and you had to fight in this big fights, this big war. Do you think your commander, do you think your leader would look at you and he would respect you? He would even let you fight if you were scrolling, if you were just like, I don't care, I'm like, oh, what should we have for dinner? Like, no, he'd probably want to see you training your hardest and being intentional with how you use your time. He's not, if he finds you, like, obviously there's not an Instagram equivalent. Maybe it's like reading books, like, I don't know what they had 200 years ago, but basically, even then, okay, before and after, but especially during, pay attention to where your mind goes. Pay attention to it, okay? That is how you improve. That is so, like, there's no other way to it. If you let your mind wander, you could waste, genuinely, like, there is time that is just being put down the drain, okay? That is time you can never get back. Those 6 months that you just trained Muay Thai, why are you so bad? Because you didn't focus during your sessions, my guy, okay? When you focus, the sessions become much better for you. Okay? Like, no matter how many sessions you're going to, if you're getting lazy, if you get lazy about where your mind goes, if you're not fully present in those sessions, someone who's only been training like 3 months, but like they're super intentional about each session, maybe they train twice a week, but you train 3-4 times a week, but you've been training 6 months, okay? You're gonna find like, strangely, yeah, he's like really good. Why is he so good? He just got here like 3 months ago. Like, yeah, because you're getting lazy. Don't be lazy, all right? Like, why? That shouldn't be the case. This is time you can never ever get back, okay? You're not smart enough for a time machine, okay? You're probably not important enough for a time machine either, all right? You want to get better at Muay Thai, whatever it is that you want to do, okay? You want to get better at Muay Thai, for example. Personally, I would say if you want to go into a combat sport, do Muay Thai. It's quite brutal, but for me, I always find it puts me in the most present mood, and it makes me a more present person, and it makes me like people more as well. You understand how fragile life can be. I would always, because Muay Thai, for me, it changed my life, okay? So I would say go into that if you were to choose a combat sport. But just be present. If you can be present, you're also going to be more likable to people, okay? Like, when you're going to be working, you're going to be holding pads for like people as well, okay? When you're training. Do you think your fellow fighters, basically your friends, really, do you think they're going to respect you? Do you think they're even going to like you if you're thinking like, oh, sorry, like that, and then your mind is just drifting? No. You wouldn't like that either. That's the truth. You wouldn't like that either. And you have to understand that, okay? You need to pay attention. If you are present, you will enjoy the session more because you actually find more value out of it. Your training partners will like you more. Your coach will like you more. Outside of training, people will like you more as well, okay? Too common is it that people are just drifting. You can literally see it in their eyes that are like, you're talking to them and their eyes just drift. Alright, they're gone, okay? Do not be like them. Do not be like them. I think it was like Nietzsche that used the word like Übermensch, okay? Like, obviously it has connotations of Nazism, but basically it's where like your mind doesn't do anything. And you don't want to be like that. Your potential as a fighter could be like all the way up here over the same amount of time as this fighter here. Give me 2 seconds, I need to turn on the stove. We can lunch right now. But basically, you want to do all of that. And it's so easy. It's not easy to begin with, okay? But if you want to get better, you have to keep that in mind, okay? That is the only way you can accelerate. It's such an easy way to accelerate because like you don't pay anything extra, okay? But your mind is just more on task. That's it, okay? That's how you can boost your potential. Just be present, okay? That's why stuff like meditation is really important as well. You can do meditation. I personally don't do it. I prefer to actually just fight. I find that's like a form of meditation for me because it just puts you in a present mood. But yeah, just do that, okay? Hope this helps. If you like this video, please leave a like. You can subscribe to see more videos like this as well. If you want to also get my personal help, I do like free calls. Just check the description of this video. I also have this like module on how to train without getting tired. It's very good. Just check it out, okay? It's completely free. Also in the description. I will see you later. Bye bye.